Don't Eat Yellow Snow by Kobe Boris, Logan McLeod, Katie Olt, Ronnie Hennon, Tyra Hafner, and Morgan Muehlbauer. Welcome to the Don't Eat Yellow Snow show, where snow cones are for free. Today we're going to talk about water! There is a total of 326 times 10 to the 18th gallons of water on Earth, but sadly only 1% is usable water since there is 97% salt water on Earth. And we're supposed to give 1% of usable water to 7 billion humans? Yippee! So where do you find this tiny amount of drinking water to fill 7 billion humans in this big, big world? In your toilet? Well, we'll get to that later. The number one place to find fresh drinking water is in freezing cold icebergs and glaciers. Other places include groundwater, lakes, rivers, and precipitation. So much depends on so little. Have you ever wondered what happens to water when it hits the ground? Does it just magically disappear? Nope. 3 water parts take place in a cycle called the water cycle. Good name, right? They are evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. The water might change from a liquid to a gas or from a gas to a liquid. By the way, water in your body is being recycled constantly. Your water is somewhere else no matter how old it is. You and I are part of the equation. We are made from recycled water, touched by something ancient. What's next? Groundwater? Yes. It is water that has soaked into and is now stored under the ground, hence the term groundwater. It's formed by precipitation, goes into zone of variation, past the water table, and settles down in the zone of saturation. Did you know that water loves itself? Yep, it's a lovesick puppy. Water is polar, which means it's got a positive and negative side. H2O has 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. Water is attracted to anything else that is polar, and guess what? Polar dissolves polar. Oh, snap. Nothing comes for free. Now it's time for the weather report. The good news about water is that most substances are polar. Bad news, so is most pollution. It's time for vocabulary. Solvent means any substance that dissolves. Solute is any substance that gets dissolved. And solution is mixture where one substance is dissolved into another. Yuck! Pollution. Septic tanks, landfills, gas stations, nuclear waste, and large farms are most common sources of groundwater pollution. Lakes, rivers, streams, urban runoff, and more are the most common sources of surface water pollution. Disgusting. Finally, most people think bottled water is safer or better tasting than tap or well water. Well, a lot of people got that wrong. Tap or well water can sometimes actually be cleaner and not have so many types of minerals in the water. It might actually taste good too. A clever person can solve a problem, a wise person can avoid it. That's the conclusion to the Don't Eat Yellow Snow show.
The end.